Good morning, boys. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be continuing What If Asta was in the Hunter x Hunter universe. This is part 10, so if you haven't seen the previous parts, what are you doing? There's 9 parts you gotta watch, so go watch those. And I feel like I was rambling there, so I'm just gonna hop right into this. During the trip over to the Dark Continent, Asta and others begin to train in order to be their best. Some hunters go over to the 3 boys, asking them questions about the Chimera ants and if there were any secrets to beating them. The boys also play catch-up, talking to Wing and others they've seen on their journey. Wing expresses how far they've come and how proud he is of them. After another month, making this the 3rd month since the beginning of this journey, 3 months have passed. Upon landing on the continent, each Zodiac, as well as the chairman, set up home bases along the shore. Here, they would train and make strategies. Their first order of business is to set up a patrol, while slowly examining and exploring the environment. They also create the rule of killing anything that isn't a part of their army. Since Gon doesn't have any Nen, and is pretty useless, he stays watch at the campsite. Asta is partnered with Killua. Leorio, here, seeing Kurapika, requests to join his squad with the Phantom Troop as their medic. While Asta is exploring, he hears a rustling in the bushes. He turns into his demon form and strikes for it. Then, Jean pops up and is glad to see the 2 boys. Jean, not looking too good, begins giving Asta and Killua information and then faints. Asta picks him up and the 2 begin hustling home. On this, one of the smarter Chimera creatures sees this and follows them all the way back to the camp. When they arrive back to camp, Jean is rushed straight to the medical ward. The Chimera creature, finally catching up, watches as it jots down notes on the base. As Gon begins to smell something suspicious, he's told the news of his father and rushes over to the ward, giving no thought to his instinct. The Chimera species, getting all the information it needs, goes back towards the kingdom of the Big 3. Meanwhile, Jean has finally woken up and is confronted by his son, the Zodiac's Pearson. Jean begins making sense of the stuff he was telling Asta and Killua. His main points are that his team is dead and probably eaten like the other Chimera ants. He's found another sword for Asta, and that he may have found a way to restore his son's Nen. This shocks everyone, but then remembers it's Jean. Pearson makes Jean join Cheadle's group so that they can get Asta's sword and Gon's Ned potentially back. As this happens, the Chimera creature finally makes it to the Big 3, where he tells them the news. With this information, the 3 all have their own goals. Zenon doesn't care and says that if they come here, then there is an issue. Vanica wants to torture the hunters, and Dante is afraid of losing his power and wants to kill them. He also doesn't want others to make a stronger Chimera species that might beat the Big 3. He and Vanica decide to leave while Zenon stays behind. The groups first stop off at where Jean found Asta's sword. Asta picks it up and is instantly in love. They then go to the cave that Jean was staying at. An aura builds up at the bottom of the cave where Jean believes will restore Gon's Nen. While explaining his theory, Gon jumps in, which shocks the 3. They hear nothing, but then see Gon climb back up with his Nen, which shocks the 3. Back at the camp, everyone is happy for Gon. Then, suddenly a massive crash is heard, and Dante is standing out front of the group's camp. While this is happening, Vanica is attacking other bases with some Chimera species. And that's going to do it for this video. I know these ones have been short, but the last one's probably going to be longer. Anyways, like I said, thank you for watching, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Take care and peace.